motion is that the motion be agreed to. I call the member for Banks.
Well, thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, Deputy Speaker, we have many responsibilities in this place, but none is more fundamental than making sure that the economy is strong. And that applies to every electorate around Australia, and certainly none more so than to my electorate of Banks. We have many people in our community who do so much work in seeking to build our economy and to create job opportunities, but those people need the fundamentals to be right in order for their efforts to be as successful as they can be. So our fundamental responsibility here is to get the economy strong so that all of the people in our local communities, such as in my community of Banks, who want to get out there and want to create jobs can best do so. Now, recently I conducted a small business marathon when I went across the suburbs of Penshurst and Narwee and Peakhurst in my electorate and met with scores of individual business owners one-on-one. And the frustration that they expressed, Deputy Speaker, with where the economy was at over the previous year is palpable. Many of them express a perceived lack of consumer confidence, and that is holding back their businesses and making it more difficult for them to employ the people that they want to employ. So we've got, as a government, and indeed more broadly as a parliament, to focus on policies that will help to create jobs. And it's very clear, Deputy Speaker, where the contrasts lie here between the approach of the previous government on the one hand and the approach of the current government. We don't think you can tax your way to prosperity, so you've got to get rid of bad taxes that harm economic development. None is worse than the carbon tax, Deputy Speaker. And we shouldn't forget, of course, particularly with its impact on that critical industry of mining, the mining tax that has such a big impact on Western Australia. We've got to get rid of these taxes, Deputy Speaker, and I think that Australians in their heart of hearts know that, and I suspect that many members opposite in their heart of hearts know that too, and yet they refuse to do so. So let's hope that we see some change there so we can get that much-needed relief through. We've got to get red tape off small business, Deputy Speaker. There's nothing worse than filling out forms for the government when you're in small business. I've done it, and I think as a small business owner, you have so many things to worry about every day, so many more productive things than you can be doing than filling out forms and going through bureaucratic processes. So very pleased to see the strong stance that has been taken on that level. You've also got to get the burden of regulation off big infrastructure projects and get them happening. So $400 billion worth of environmental approvals since the coalition was elected. Some of those projects, very large, will create many thousands of jobs and a terrific initiative for job creation. And at a more local level for me, in Banks, Deputy Speaker, the West Connects project, which of course has been championed by the Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development, is a tremendous initiative. This is going to save the average person travelling from Beverly Hills in my electorate to the city about 25 minutes. And you think about that in a sense of productivity, Deputy Speaker, that means that you get to your meetings faster, it means you get more done in the day, and the more we can increase productivity, the stronger our local businesses are. The stronger our local businesses are, the more people they employ. We don't create jobs by inventing make-work schemes, Deputy Speaker. Businesses create jobs. Government's job is to create the broad parameters in which business can prosper. It's not to go and seek to micromanage every business or every activity in society. It's to create those broad parameters so that businesses can be their best. And another thing that goes to confidence, Deputy Speaker, is government's management and frankly the basic perception of government competence. Because it's very hard for a small business person to feel confident about investing when they are not confident about the people with their hands on those big macroeconomic levers. And there's been a lack of confidence in that area. We need to take hard decisions. Those hard decisions involve addressing the extraordinary mountain of debt approaching some $2/3 of $1 trillion within the next decade. And those decisions won't all be easy, Deputy Speaker, but they need to be done to get the budget back on track, get the government back on track. That plays through to confidence in the community, and that plays through to job creation. Thank you.